What's going on, guys, and welcome to this week's episode for the Hot Seat. Of course, as always, we got a great show lined up for you guys. And with some of the things that I will be talking about, and with the Matt Morgan rumors, should he come back to the WWE, or do you think he will stay in TNA? Also, with the WWE and World Championships being first, how do you feel about that? Do you think that's a good move for the WWE that they're doing that as of late, even though it's a once in a while thing? Also, with Mickie and Mickie James, should she turn heel in TNA? Will it happen? Will it happen in the future, or will it not happen at all? So with that being said, you know what's coming up next. Roll that damn intro.
You are watching the most interactive professional wrestling discussion show on the internet. WWE Impact Wrestling.
ROH Wrestling.
Pro wrestling at its finest on In the Hot Seat with your host, Fort Miners Project.
Alright, what's going on, guys, and welcome to this week's episode for the Hot Seat. Of course, as always, we got a great show lined up for you guys. And as well, I'm being joined by my guest at this time. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, it's the Night Monster.
Alright, it's a pleasure to have you here back on the show. And as always, I got a few topics to be said and talked about right here for In the Hot Seat. And kicking things off with the first topic that I will be talking about, and that is going with Mickie and Mickie James. And how do you feel about her with being in TNA as of late? Do you see a future heel turn by her, since we didn't really get to see that in TNA as of yet anyway? We've seen that in the WWE, and how do you feel about that? Do you see any heel turn coming out of Mickie James soon?
No, I don't really see a heel turn coming for her. I think that at TNA, they started going in a good direction at the moment with their Divas division, with the way it's structured with Gail Kim and all her buddies and the tag team of Mexican America, the girls tag team.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that TNA have got enough heels and that they don't need to turn Mickie James heel.
Okay, yeah, to me personally, I wouldn't mind having a heel turn. I would still mark out with that, and I've been talking about this on Twitter as of late too, so I wouldn't mind the heel turn, even though I don't want to see it too at the same time, since I really like Mickie James as a face right now. I think she's doing a really good job at it, and I don't really see that happening anytime soon, but maybe in the near future, sure, I wouldn't mind having a heel turn out of Mickie James. Maybe sometime later on this year or something like that. So I think that would be pretty interesting and something new for TNA, since we haven't really seen that as of late with her in the company yet, since we've seen that with her and their debut in the WWE. So, you know, that's it with my quick little thoughts on that too. So hopefully she'll get the Knockouts Championship again. Just a random thought there, but hey, that's just me and how I feel about that. And moving along into the next topic that I do have here, and as of late, we did see some, either whether it be the World Championship or the WWE Championship, being put first in some of the pay-per-views or some of the shows. And how do you feel about that? Do you think that's a good move for the WWE to doing that? And since that's been something new that's been going on, and what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad thing. Like putting the WWE or World Heavyweight Championship first, it's not a bad way to start off the show. You know, you just get straight into the show. You normally have a good 10 minutes, the 15-minute match then to start off the show, gets the crowd hype. Yeah, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah. Same thing here with me. I don't mind it that they've been doing that. I think it's something new and something different here. And it's not like it happens too often. We've seen that at WrestleMania 28 with the World Championship match between Sheamus and Daniel Bryan, and a few other times with the WWE Championship, like with The Miz and John Morrison a while ago. So I think that's pretty cool that they do that. And it's not like it's all the time thing, and it's once in a while. So I think that's a pretty cool move there. So, you know, I don't mind it once in a while if they keep doing it, you know, all the time and everything with the pay-per-views. It'll be a little bit weird. So if they do it once in a while and keep that up, I think that's fine in my personal opinion. So no complaints out of that too. And we've seen some good matches out of it. So I think it makes for a good open every once in a while too, in my personal opinion. And going into with one of the other topics that I do have here, and pretty much the last and final topic, and with that being said, and going into Matt Morgan, and with the rumors him possibly even going back to the WWE once his TNA contract expires, how do you feel about that? And overall, with Matt Morgan being at TNA, do you see him switching over once his contract expires, or do you see him still in TNA even with re-signing with his contract. I was trying to say. So how do you feel about that with that whole situation with Matt Morgan?
I think that Matt Morgan will more than likely sign the extension because the WWE does not need Matt Morgan at the moment. Matt Morgan wouldn't fit in well with the current structure of the WWE. They've got enough big people. This is not really the time that WWE likes to acquire talents. This is more the time where people go on the chopping block, they get fired, they're on the way out. But yeah, Matt Morgan would be a stupid move for him right now to return to WWE. But he's not doing anything in TNA either, so not too sure how often we'll see Matt Morgan again. But heck, I would say his best move at the moment is probably to stay with TNA.
Yeah, I think he's kind of happy with TNA, and I don't really see him going over into WWE. If he does, that would be pretty surprising, and honestly, I wouldn't really know what they would do with him, and they didn't really do too much with him when he was in WWE too in the beginning around 2003 and all that stuff, so he didn't really do too much there either, so like I mentioned, I don't really know what they would be doing, and I think he should stay in TNA as of right now, and I like what they're doing a little bit since they're not using him too much, but he's not really my favorite guy either, and I kind of like the whole little blueprint thing that he's going with his gimmick and everything, so I don't know what kind of gimmick WWE would give him or anything, so it is what it is when it comes to that, and that's entirely up to Matt Morgan too with him, if he does want to go back to WWE or in any wrestling company too once his contract expires with TNA, so that's it with me, and yeah, that's pretty much it with all the topics that I have here. Little quick show for you for this week for In the Hot Seat, and is there any other topics that you want to give your thoughts on that are going on right now, or any shout-outs too that you want to give, maybe some plugs for your Twitter or anything like that?
Yeah, I believe that Dean Ambrose is debuting on Super. This is just a Twitter that I read from somebody that's at a
Okay.
live show now in the UK. That Dean Ambrose,
Oh, wow.
former Dragon Gate star, is debuting in WWE on Superstars this week.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty cool to check out. I definitely will be checking out his debut, so that's going to be really cool and to see how he's going to be doing. Hopefully, he does really good in the WWE, and that's going to be really something to check out for sure. So, is there any other stuff that you want to give your final thoughts again, or any Twitter shoutouts or whatever have you?
No, I'm happy enough.
Alright, so it's a pleasure to have you back in the show like I mentioned earlier. Be sure to leave a like on this video. I know a little quick video for this week for In the Hot Seat because I will be updating you guys for the Q&A, which will be coming soon with the update video, so stay tuned for that since we will be celebrating 6 years on me being on YouTube, so that's going to be a great show there. You guys cannot miss that. Also, go follow me on Twitter, which is at DavidRivera1989. Be sure to comment on what we talked about this week, and until then, as well as always, I will talk to you guys later on. Have a great day, guys. Peace.